Time to make a video. What's up, guys? How you doing? Morning. Happy Friday. All right. Cool. Hey, guys. How you doing? It's Kevtech here, bringing you another video on information technology. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's having a good Friday. So, checking my camera. It needs to be just a little fuzzy. Okay, it looks good now. All right. So, with that being said, today I'm going to go over something that I never gone over before. If I did, I don't know, you could probably show me a video on it, but this is the first time you're going over a course. So basically, I'm going to do a full-blown course for IT for anyone and doing desktop support, tech support, IT support, just new people in IT. And it's just something that like they could watch that basically I'll walk them through from A to Z, like soft skills, hard skills, what you should know while working, what you should be asking, what you should be worried about, personality stuff, everything. It's a little bit of everything. So you need to know all these things. This is super important. So today is part one of my videos. So obviously I'm gonna keep making more and more videos, and this is a course. So basically, what that means is basically you watch this, you should be, hopefully it gives you a lot more confidence by the time I'm done showing this whole video, and hopefully this helps you out some shape or form. So it's just people that are new to IT. Anyway, with that being said, if you're new to my channel, I do IT videos, do IT support videos, I do CompTIA videos. I talk about how to get into desktop support, tech support. I go live here as well on Saturday on the weekend, and we do hands-on training and stuff like that. So as always, rate, comment, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I hope people like this video. We'll see what happens. All right, let's get right into it. So let me share my screen with you. And let me share my screen one. So this is going to be a full-blown course or full-blown video on it's going to be called The Path of the Tech Part 1. So I'll make a Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Part 5. And basically I go over soft skills and hard skills in a way that I explain it in the small details where basically you know what I'm talking about, and it doesn't sound complicated. It doesn't sound convoluted, and it doesn't sound like I'm getting too technical. So our first video for the course is going to be all soft skills and all personality, some things you need to know if you work in IT. So it's called The Path of the Tech Part 1. So if you work and I'm just going over this, if you work for an IT company or you start working for an IT company, usually when you get your first job in IT, typically they go over HR rules, and typically they go over compliance or regulations. The company goes over stuff you can't do in the company. And depending on the company, you usually get like a handbook. So typically, a lot of these companies give you a handbook and a welcome kit. And part of the handbook is it's stuff that you cannot do in the job, stuff that you shouldn't be doing at work, and also stuff that you should know about the company itself, that, you know, things that you just can't do while being outside of work. Some companies will require you to do cybersecurity as a first week of training, or maybe the second or third week, or maybe towards the end of the month. Typically, they have you do that. And typically they have you meet with HR. They have you meet with compliance, have you meet with a bunch of different people and a bunch of different departments before you start doing your first job. Some companies will go over different departments. So this is now my other section is HR, compliance, and personality. So you'll see what I'm talking about as I get more and more into detail with the video. So obviously, you know, when you work in any company in IT, there's no such thing as sexual harassment. So, you know, have common sense, don't touch anyone. Don't make stupid or dumb comments or clients. Don't send stupid emails. Or by that I mean, like, don't send emails that, you know, that are really dumb or like, you know, could get you in trouble or get you fired. It's just common stuff that common sense stuff I have to go over, because some people don't know about this, or some people might know about this, or some people do know about this, but they just do it anyway. So they have to listen and follow rules in the company. Verbal and physical harassment. Don't verbally abuse anyone. Don't touch anyone or threaten anyone. Do your job. Ignore people that make dumb comments. Don't threaten to disable someone's account because you have admin rights. That doesn't make any sense. Talk to your manager or HR if you see anyone do any of these things. You have to report it. Obviously, if you feel uncomfortable reporting it, then send your manager an email or talk to your co-worker of the person that's doing it before you actually report it, if that makes sense. No one in the office is Superman or Wonder Woman. So what by that I mean is that just because you have full admin rights doesn't mean you could get fired. Doesn't mean you cannot get fired. You could get fired. If you work IT, you're gonna get fired. So you gotta be careful with that. You get into serious trouble if you don't follow the rules or regulations of the compliance of the company. So just keep that in mind. Um, Stuff you need to know for company content is this is all personality and soft skills. So this is stuff that you need to avoid doing while having a job. Do not share any company content. Do not post any company content on social media. Do not talk about company content outside of work. Do not email or send anything from the company to another email that's not related to the company. Be sure to ask your company first before posting anything or doing anything outside of work. The company does check social media. I'm just letting you know. So all these companies are hire you or hiring people or people that work in HR. Typically, their job is to go into social media, look at your Instagram, look at your Facebook, look at TikTok, look at all these other social media platforms, and basically based on that, they will either call you and give you an opportunity for a job, or they will not call you. But also they check to see if anyone that's part of the company that if they post anything that's related to the company. So don't do any of that. Do not record anything company content on video conference meetings, and I spelled that wrong. It's okay. Such as Skype, Teams, Zoom, etc. So if you have a video call meeting with somebody in your job, obviously do not record that. That's against compliance rules. Some companies might have recording enabled. Some companies might have it disabled. So you might have to get HR approval or compliance approval to actually allow recording in your premise or in your job. So that's something that you should be aware of. All right. Like the little things. So, have integrity, be honest, always do the right thing. Someone stealing a document from a company, talk to your manager, follow the rules and regulations in the company. Just do the right thing. Don't, have common sense. Have common sense in your job. That's really the most important thing, is having common sense in your job. And believe it or not, common sense is not so common in any IT job. You need to understand that common sense is super important, and that you need to ask the right questions, and you need to make sure that you cover yourself as well. You might get in trouble for something. So I gone over this before. Manager approval, always get approval for installs, get approval for share drives, get approval for certain tasks that may make a change in the system. Don't do things on the fly. Get approval for taking your laptop home or work, taking your laptop home to work from home. So if you have a laptop that you could take home from, it's a company laptop, obviously get approval for that. Some companies, I've seen companies where someone took a laptop and they took it home with them to do work at home, and they thought it was okay, and then they got fired for that. So just be careful with that. There's certain companies that will fire you if you take your IT equipment or take anything that's IT related from the company, anything that's for the company that you take away from the premise and on site in their office or in their job or in that company, you take it home, you might get fired for that. So don't take anything that doesn't belong to you, if that makes sense. All right. Get an approval from the company before you take anything for work, like a mouse, a keyboard, a laptop. I've seen people get fired before because they take a keyboard, a mouse, they take a laptop, they take a monitor with them, they take something with them from the company, and it doesn't even belong to them. It belongs to the company. So they will fire you if you do that. Don't take anything from the company unless you get approval for that. And these are just common sense things, but I have to go over it because some people actually do these things, believe it or not. So I have to go over these things. All right. Customer service. I have customer service, all about customer service. Why? Because you need to, if you work IT support, desktop support, tech support, help desk, service desk, you need to be good with customer service. So I'm going to go over that right now. So remember, the customer isn't always right. So remember, I say the customer is always right. They're not always right, but we make them think that they're right. So what do I mean by that? We make them think that they're right about something, but they're not. So we try to, we don't say we can't do it. We try to do a workaround. We try to fix it, or we try to do something to get it to work for them, or we try to get something for them to make them happy at least, Sometimes you have to say no. If they say why, talk to your manager. Obviously, you have to talk to your manager because sometimes they want things that you cannot do because of legal reasons or HR reasons, or because you can't do it because you just can't do it. It's impossible because the software is not designed to do that. So you have to let them know that you cannot do that. It's not possible to do that. And if they have a problem with that, they could talk to your manager, and your manager could explain it in further detail. So you could do something like, I don't know, like Adobe Acrobat, and they're trying to do something on the application. It's not designed for that. And they're like, I'm sorry, this app's not designed to do this. If you like, or if you want, we could find another software solution that might be able to do what you're trying to do. And I could talk to my manager and see if he has something that we could work with to fix this for you or get this working for you. Like something like that, If you can't, you have to find an alternative solution to everything. Obviously, if you can't do it, you can't do it. But if there's an alternative solution, then you could actually do it. So give him an alternative solution. Don't say no to him. You know, if you have something you could give him, then give it to him, if that makes sense. Or her, whoever it is. Provide good customer service. Oh, you know, I'm a customer service guy. I've been in the restaurant business for over 10 years. I've been in IT right now for like about 6 years or so. So customer service is super important. Like for me, like you have to know how to build relationships and trust with the client. That's important for me. The reason why it's important for me, because they won't know your first name and last name if you provide good customer service. They will tell your manager if you provide good customer service. They will let everyone know how amazing you are as an employee if you provide good customer service, and they will remember your name. And they'll be the person that they'll reach out to you as always. They'll always reach out to you instead of reaching out to Helpdesk, which it could be like a double-edged sword, as some people would say, or Steven has said to me. I said to everyone is basically it's a double-edged sword, because like, you know, like they'll email you while you're working on the weekend, or while you're off on the weekend, or they might email you on a day that you're not even working, or you're not in the office. You got to be careful with that. So, you know, you gotta put a strict boundaries on you. But that makes sense. Tell them that you're not here such and such time. You got to email Helpdesk or IT support. But when you build that relationship with a client, you basically won. You go into an office, you fix something for them, and they love you. Like they love you as an employee. Oh, Kevin is here. Oh, he's gonna fix that problem for me. I know he's gonna fix it for me. Or whatever. Yeah, this person's here. They can fix it for me. It shouldn't be a problem. I know he's gonna take care of me, so I'm not worried about it. So always remember to have a good relationship with your client, because when you do that, trust me, they will talk good about you. They talk about you all the time. Believe it or not, clients or users, they talk about people all the time. So your name will pop up somewhere when they have these meetings. You know, when they have these meetings at work, or when they have these social events, they'll talk about you at some point, about something about you. Somewhere in the company, they will mention you at some point. So it's good to have those strong relationships, because they will take care of you. Some companies will take care of you. Some companies will provide bonuses. Some companies will give you pay raises. They recognize your hard work and dedication. Some companies will give you extra money. Some companies will give you extra things. Like they will take care of you. If you take care of the users or the clients, the ones that bring business to the company, the ones that bring money to the company, and you're in a really good company, they will take care of you. Obviously, if you're in a bad company, they won't take care of you. But if you're in a good, decent company, they will give you a bonus. They will give you a pay increase. They see all the work you've done throughout the couple of months. They look at all the tickets you close. They look at all that. They look at the reports that go in and out. They look at all the emails that come back and forth from the clients. They look at all that. And then based on that, based on your performance, they'll give you an actual positive review, and they'll give you an actual increased salary. So, you know, you gotta, you have to give good customer service. It's super important. Even for me, I tell you, it's really important. So don't waste the client's time. He or she has a meeting to do. They have a schedule too. Remember that. So remember that they have a schedule too. Just like you have a schedule where you fix computers for people, the client has a schedule too. They have a meeting at 8 o'clock. They might have a meeting at 9. They might have a meeting at 10. They might have lunch with somebody at 12 or 1 o'clock, because they're super important. So you want to keep the schedule in mind. You want to make sure that their schedule is open when you're trying to fix something for them. You don't want to just call. You don't want to just fix something on the fly or jump on someone's computer without asking permission, if that makes sense. Also, you want to keep in mind that some of these people, they don't like it when you call them, because some clients don't like it. I've been in IT for a really long time and customer service for a really long time. Some people don't like it when you call them. They prefer an email, because they won't answer the phone if you try to call them. So they prefer an email, and you could tell them like something like, "Good morning, James. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday or happy Thursday. I need to fix something on your computer. What time will best work for you? Please give me a call back at blah, blah, blah. Regards." And then you put your name right there, you know. So something like that. Talk to someone like that, like they're your parent or your grandparents. So talk to a client that like as if they're not technical at all. Like they don't know what you're talking about. So some of these people do not know what they're talking about. Some people that you would talk to, they're 60 years old, 70 years old, 80 years old, 90 years old. They might be 20 or 30 and they're not tech savvy. They might not know what you're talking about. When you talk about a mouse, they know what that is. When you talk about a keyboard, they know what that is. When you talk about memory issues or blue screens and stuff like that, they won't know what you're talking about. So you want to make it as non-technical as possible, as if you're talking to your mom or dad, or as if you're talking to your grandma or your granddad. That's how you want to talk to somebody. The reason why I say that all the time is because some of these people are not tech savvy. They don't know what you're talking about. They don't know what you're saying, and you don't want to do technical jargon because they're gonna get confused when you say that. So like I'll go over that in an example right now because I have an example in the next tab, and I'll talk about that right now. And always follow up with the client. Communication is the key. Communication in IT is super important, whether you're updating something, whether you're fixing something, whether you're talking with a client, whether you're doing anything in IT, you want to always communicate with the client. When you're on top of the client, you let them know that he or she is important as an individual, and basically you see that they see that you care about them. It's super important. Almost all of these companies require you to talk to a client face-to-face or be on the phone. So remember when you do IT support, help desk, desktop support, tech support, service desk, help desk, any of these jobs, they require you to be face-to-face with the client. Unless you're in the call center, unless you're picking up phone calls every day in a high volume call center, then that would be a different story. But you always got to deal with clients on face-to-face. Is not the same as talking to someone on a phone. Talking to someone on a phone is not the same as being in person in the office. These are two different things. So when you go into an office, there's body language. They see how you feel. You see how they feel. You see how they're reacting. You see how they're reacting. Someone reacting on the back of a phone is not the same as someone reacting when you're in front of them. If you're facing them, hopefully that makes sense. It's not the same thing. So you got to keep that in mind. Make sure you follow up with emails after resolving an issue. It means you care about them. And you took the time to send them an email. So this is customer service 101. I'm pretty sure everyone knows this, but I have to go over this because some people don't know about this, and some people are not really good with customer service. Some people are really technical, and then some people are really bad with customer service. Some people are really good with customer service, and people are not technical. So, it's mixed match. It goes back and forth. You got to be in the middle, You're not gonna know everything, and you're not gonna be good with customer service 100%. But at least you're able to communicate with the customer, and you're able to resolve their problems. So that's the most important thing. So we'll go something like this. Good morning, Marie. I just want to follow up on that issue you have with Adobe Acrobat. Please let me know if you still have that issue. If you don't, I will close out the ticket. Definitely reach out to IT Helpdesk or me if you have any other issues. I hope you have a great day. Regards, and then you put your name. That's it. That's an example email you would send to a user as a follow-up. So if someone's having an issue and you resolve the issue, and it's been over a day, send them an email and say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Tell them, I'm just following up on this issue. Are you still having this issue? No, I'm not. Okay, I will close the ticket. If you have this issue again, definitely reach out to me or definitely reach out to IT Helpdesk. We are here to help you, okay? And that's what it is. It's customer service. Make sure you communicate with the client and create a good email that shows shows the client you care about them, obviously. So if you create a good email, it would show the client that you really care about them, that you really do want to be there, that you really do like your job, that you really want to be in that job, So part of help desk, desktop support, tech support, IT support, help desk, all these jobs, they require you to be with a customer. They require you to basically, you have to walk them through something, and you have to know how to do that in a non-technical way. So this video is just part one of my videos. So this is just something that you need to be aware of. Some people may not know about this. Some people might not know about soft skills. Some people are really terrible with soft skills. So I had to go over this before I go over the technical skills or the stuff that you need to know. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. So this is part one of my video. Part two will be another personality customer service slideshow. And then I'll go over the ticketing system. Then I'll go over servers. Then I'll go over distribution groups. Then I go Active Directory. Then I'm going to go over 365. Then I'm going to go over shared drive permissioning. And I'm going to go over a bunch of other stuff. But I have to start from the beginning of course one, which is the soft skills, all the way to the end, which is the technical stuff. Because I can't go from technical to non-technical or non-technical to technical, because if I do that, some people are really going to be good with technology, but they're going to be horrible when it comes to talking to people. So you have to know how to do that. You have to know how to communicate with the client. Every client that you communicate well with, it's a plus for you. It's a positive thing for you. It will help you out. It'll make you stand out when you do a job interview. It'll make you stand out when you work your job. And also it'll give you the opportunity to get promoted in your job. Maybe get a salary increase, a raise, maybe get recognition by the company. We don't know. So, any of that could happen. So this is why it's super important that I go over soft skills first before I go over the technical skills, if that makes sense. Because if I go over the technical skills right now in this video, you're gonna be like, Kevin, what the hell is this? Kevin, what's that? What's that? What's that? You know, I don't want to do that. I want to take my time and make a part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and then explain it as much as I possibly can. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great Friday, and I hope you guys like this video. I'm not sure if you guys are gonna like this video. This is a personality technical, non-technical video, so hopefully this helps you out. And I hope you guys have a great day. All right, take care and happy Friday. Peace. Later.